A large portion of every MMO Money article we've done for months now has been dedicated to lockboxes, but it seems like things might be calming down on that front as politicians and players move on to focus on other things. In reality, they've all just been distracted playing Fortnite, which has continued to be a massive success for Epic. More Battle Royale. In the Future Analysts are predicting that there will be more Battle Royale games in the future following the massive PUBG and Fortnite success. An article on investors.com was released that said some investors are worried that Fortnite is drawing attention away from games like Call of Duty, Overwatch, and Grand Theft Auto. Wall Street analysts predict that Fortnite will have a modest impact on the major game publishers in the short term, but long term they're predicting that EA, Activision, and Take-Two are all likely to introduce Battle Royale games of their own or release it as part of a game already in the works. Analyst Michael Olson from Piper Jaffray, an investment banker and management firm, believes that we will see Battle Royale modes for games like Call of Duty and Battlefield in the second half of 2018 or early 2019. If that's the case, it will mean that these are likely to be revealed at E3. MMO Games will be keeping a close eye on these publishers to see if the prediction comes to pass. Sea of Thieves UK hit despite the launch issues and the complaints that there isn't much content in the game. Sea of Thieves is top of the UK charts for the week ending March 24th. The previous week, Burnout Paradise Remastered topped the list, but after several high-profile releases, it has dropped down to 6. On Metacritic, Sea of Thieves currently has a 70% based on critics' reviews and a 5.3 based on user reviews. Will Sea of Thieves be able to hold on to that top spot after such a rough start? Only time will tell, but it is going up against Far Cry 5, which released this week, so chances are pretty slim. Vivendi sells Ubisoft stock. You may recall that Vivendi has been trying to do a hostile takeover of Ubisoft for some time now. They own a 27% stake in the company, or at least they did until recently. It would appear that the idea of a hostile takeover is behind us now, as Vivendi has sold its stock in Ubisoft. Part of the sales agreement adds that Vivendi cannot buy more Ubisoft stock for the next 5 years. At the same time this was revealed, Ubisoft announced they were teaming up with Tencent to move into the Chinese market. Tencent will operate several of Ubisoft's most successful PC and mobile games. Fortnite tops iOS charts. It seems like just yesterday every other story was about PUBG, now every other story is about Fortnite. Not that we're complaining, it's a great game. Fortnite has also made the leap to mobile, where it instantly topped the charts in just about every market it was released in. In just 4 days after release, the game made $1.5 million just on iOS. Epic releases $12 million in Paragon assets for free. Do you remember that other game Epic was working on that wasn't Fortnite? Paragon, the MOBA they cancelled. Well, Epic is being Epic and releasing $12 million worth of assets from Paragon for free to be used in Unreal Engine 4 development. $12 million, and that isn't even all of their assets that they'll be releasing from the game. It wasn't all amazing news though. There was a rumor that Tencent may buy the game from Epic. The release of these assets pretty much had that rumor, leaving people who had their fingers crossed disappointed. Entropy Kickstarter cancelled. We are moving away from Epic and Fortnite to talk about Pantropy now. The sci-fi MMO shooter was holding a Kickstarter campaign, but it was struggling to reach its goal. In fact, it was only just a little over halfway to the €75,000 goal when the devs pulled the plug. It isn't all bad though. The devs have promised that they're going to make changes and come back again sometime at the end of March. They have also received multiple publishing and investment offers, but they reassure fans that they are going to remain independent. The game is still expected to be released in Steam Early Access later this year. It will be interesting to see if this move of relaunching their Kickstarter campaign works. Many times the relaunch of the Kickstarter doesn't get as much press as the original and also doesn't make as much money. H1Z1 charts. We've been talking about H1Z1 for a few weeks now. It started out with the shocking report that the game had lost 90% of its player base. Shortly after that, the game launched, giving it a very small boost in player numbers. Then Daybreak made the game free to play and it received a substantial boost in players. Since that happened in early March, H1Z1 has seen a very slow decline in player numbers on Steam. It's a bit early to say for sure, but it looks like March 2018 has been the best month they've had this year, thanks to the change in their business model. Star Wars Battlefront 2 won't have lockboxes. It was only a matter of time before we had to talk about lockboxes. There isn't anything new on the political front at the moment. Instead, we get to talk about the most controversial game of the entire Lockbox saga, Star Wars Battlefront 2. EA announced that they are overhauling the entire progression system. Lockboxes won't be coming back and everything you've unlocked already is yours to keep. Just a week after this was announced, it came out that EA may also be starting work on a new Star Wars game. This one will be open world. This came from job listings that mention creating a Star Wars open world game. So, if you had hopes that Disney might pull the plug on the agreement with EA, it seems that this isn't happening, for now at least. Related, Battle